Hello YouTube and welcome to Drum Tips and Lessons. This lesson we're going to be showing you through the different parts of the kit, so let's have a look. So we're going to start off with the bass drum. The bass drum is one of the biggest drums that you'll find on the kit. It also provides one of the lowest pitches of all the kits. It's usually used to set the tempo of the beat, and usually what most drummers do is to give like the most desired tone, they put a pillow in there to muffle the sound of the beat at the back, and yeah, that's the bass drum. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the toms. The toms are the drums that you'll find mostly on the front of the kit, just above the bass drum. They consist of, usually on a 5-piece kit, they consist of a high tom, medium tom and a floor tom. And here we have a rack tom, and it's one of the smallest and highest pitched toms that you can find. And basically the toms will get bigger as they go from right to left to right, sorry. But sometimes if you're a lefty, it'll go right to left, smallest to biggest. The rack tom has the highest pitched, as I've said. And then it moves on to the small tom, the medium tom and the floor tom. Basically the bigger the drum, the lower the pitch, and that's the toms. Here we have the hi-hat cymbals. The hi-hat cymbals actually consists of 2 cymbals. A top hat and a hi-hat. These are 14-inch, not 16-inch, 14-inch hi-hats. Yeah, it consists of a top and a bottom, and the sound is a lot different to the other cymbals on the kit. Is that when you hit it, it gives off a very short duration indeed. This is one of the cymbals you'll be using mostly while you're drumming. It's one of the most used cymbals. And as it's controlled by a pedal down here, I'm not sure if you can see it, and as you lift up on that pedal, the hats begin to open. When you press down, they close. And the reason why they open is you can give off a much wilder sound, as opposed to this. You can lift off the pedal and give this. And that's used for rock mostly, the open hi-hat, although you can open it ever so slightly just to give a mix between the two. And this is the hi-hat cymbal. Okay, now we're going to move on to the cymbals. First off, we're going to start off with the 16-inch crash cymbal that we own. It's a HCS AA minor series. Basically, all cymbals on a drum kit, they follow the same principle, and that is they all have a bell. Usually if you hit them on their shoulder, they'll sort of make a gongy sort of sound. Like that. And usually, I wouldn't say it's the same principle as the toms, the bigger the lower pitched, but it becomes quite obvious which cymbals got a higher pitch and which cymbals got a lower pitch. For example, a splash cymbal, you might want to check that out. It's got a really high pitch and it's quite small, so that sticks on the principle of the toms. And this is the crash cymbal. Okay, now we're going to move on to the ride cymbal. This is a 20-inch minor cymbal. And it's got the same principle as the crash cymbal again. It's got a bell and a shoulder, and basically its pitch. It sounds lower, obviously because it looks bigger, so it's going to give off a lower sound. And the thing about this ride cymbal is that the ride cymbals in general tend to have a much more powerful sound to them, and they durate for a lot longer than a crash cymbal. So right now I'm going to show you the bell. You tend to hit the bell with the shoulder of your stick rather than the head. However, you can even gong on the flat of the cymbal with the shouldery stick to give a really powerful sound. Obviously with the same with the crash cymbal, if you're shoulder to shoulder with the ride cymbal. And the ride cymbal is one of the heaviest cymbals you will find on the kit. It's one of the biggest, takes up some of the most room. And this is the ride cymbal. Okay, now we're going to move on to the crash ride, and the crash ride is literally what it's, it reflects what it's called. It's a mixture between a crash and a ride. It's called a crash ride, and the ride part is simply because it represents a ride, like loads, and also the crash bit. So literally, it's just a pure mixture of a crash and a ride. This particular cymbal is a Solar series by Sabian. And once again, same principle as every cymbal that you'll probably find. It has a shoulder, it has a bell, and you can vary out with how you hit the cymbal with what different parts of the stick, the head or the shoulders. And this gives off a very nice tone, specifically if you find the right one. It gives off a really desired tone, it's really great. And this is the crash ride.